This is the Do-It-Yourself Guide to Business Buying. Today we're talking about the seller meeting, specifically proof of funds requests. Welcome, business buyers. The goal of this video on proof of funds is to explain how to respond to brokers when they ask you for proof of funds, which they do all the time. And it can be a bit of a befuddling problem for people who are brand new to business buying. I want to start by describing the problem and then present some suggested responses. Now, as buyers, we're very familiar with the idea of a deal funnel, and we know we have to source deals. Deal flow is when we source high-quality opportunities to feed into our funnel, very important. But we also have to do deal screening. We want to reject weak deals that we really can't close. We don't want our deal funnel all cluttered up with time-wasting deals that are going nowhere. Well, brokers are in exactly the same boat, except instead of having a deal funnel, they have a buyer funnel. And instead of feeding deals into their funnel, they're feeding buyers into their funnel. And they have the same twin challenge. They want to identify quality buyers that are capable of submitting a credible offer, but they also have to do buyer screening. They want to reject wannabe buyers who really can't submit a credible offer. And so really what's going on with proof of funds is you are being screened. That's what's going on. I mean, what are the main job responsibilities of a business broker? Well, number one, they have to present credible offers to the seller. That's a super high priority. But they also need to keep nuisance or wannabe buyers away from the seller, also a high priority. Doing both at the same time simultaneously is not always easy. I mean, put yourself in the shoes of a broker. They have to take this triage role seriously. Brokers have two buckets, and you're going to go in one of them. One bucket is for credible potential buyers. The other bucket is for the wannabe tire kickers, the nuisance buyers. And you as a potential buyer, of course, know exactly where you see yourself. You're a credible potential buyer, and I'm sure you are. But how is the broker seeing you? Very often, they're seeing you as a wannabe tire kicker, especially if you are a cold lead with no obvious way to finance and close the deal. This is not personal to you at all. All cold approach unknown buyers with unknown funding are going to start here by default. The solution? What you really need to do is move buckets. You have to reposition yourself as a credible buyer in the eyes of the broker. How do we do that? Let's go through it. So let's talk about how you can establish your credibility. There really is no magic formula. It's about professional confidence. It's about looking like you've done this before. Let's go through some actual tips on establishing credibility. Number one, we just mentioned, be as professional and confident as possible when you're requesting information. Work from a clear plan of attack. Know exactly what you're looking for. Number two, learn the language, learn the terminology, and learn the business buying process. You want to avoid being tentative, uncertain, and unsure. Number three, be offer-centric in your approach. Always reinforce your ability to submit a credible, fully funded offer. Number four, you want to have replies ready when you get proof of fund requests. Something like, sorry, I don't share personal financial information with people I don't know. Or I might say something like, if we like the business, we will submit a fully funded offer, so you don't need to worry about that. I might add, we fund our offers with a combination of bank debt, seller note, and equity as needed. We need to see the deal first to know exactly what that mix will look like for this particular business. Or before we ask for exclusivity in the LOI, we will provide you with a complete term sheet. That can sometimes give them reassurance. Or maybe, I understand your need to screen buyers, but we won't submit an offer we can't fund. Or, if you give us the financial information we need, we may be in a position to submit a fully funded offer. But if we don't get that information, we can't. Or adapt these replies as you see fit. The point is, have something ready when you get that proof of funds request. Number five, bring up deal funding before they do. Share your plan to finance the purchase before they request proof of funds. Be ready to go. Number six, if possible, get a standard comfort letter from a bank or financing group indicating their interest in potentially financing your deal. This is not a commitment letter, of course. It's just a comfort letter or an expression of interest. Number seven, provide a public profile that reinforces your credibility and connections. Outside confirmations are mandatory these days. We live in the age of fakery. There's so many people pretending when it comes to almost everything in business, including buying businesses. So people want to be able to check you out, make sure that they can. One important note, don't assume it's standard operating procedure to share personal information with a broker before you get financial information on a target business. It isn't. People aren't doing that. Don't think that you need to get your bank statement and show it to a broker. Always remember, the responsibilities of a business broker, this is the key. It's to present credible offers to seller as a high priority and to keep nuisance buyers away from the seller as a high priority. And they are both important, but when push comes to shove, which one is more important? That's right, presenting credible offers. That's why I suggest people be offer-centric with brokers. Brokers were hired to attract credible offers, so stress your ability to submit a fully funded credible offer. Let me re-emphasize that. I want you to stress your ability to submit a fully funded offer. The good news is that new business buyers who report proof of fund problems with brokers often find a few deals later these issues are resolved. Your confidence and knowledge will get you through proof of fund requests after you've been through it a couple of times. So let's get after it. This is the Do-It-Yourself Guide to Business Buying. Today we're talking about seller meetings, specifically proof of fund requests. Why? So that we can learn and grow as we go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.